Hello, this is Lucy. Long time ago, there was an old man. People called him Wen. He lived on the northern border of China, between two countries. One day, his horse ran across the border and went into the other country. A horse was one of the most valuable and useful possessions for people in ancient China. For a very long time, a horse was a great help for daily transportation and daily life housework. Therefore, the neighbors all felt sorry for Saiwen's loss and come to comfort him. However, Saiwen said to them, "Why can't this be a good thing?" A few months later, the lost horse came back with another handsome horse. All his neighbors felt happy for Saiwen and came to congratulate him. However, Saiwen said, "It may not be a good thing." Saiwen's son was fond of riding horse. Because there was an extra horse, so the son was riding the new horse. One day, the son fell off the horse and broke his thigh bone. The accident made him crippled for his life. All his neighbors came to comfort Saiwen and his son. However, Saiwen said, "Maybe it is a blessing." 1 year later, the country on the other side of the northern border launched an invasion. All young men were required to join the military force and fight against the invaders. 90% of the young men died in the war. Since Saiwen was old and his son was crippled, neither of them were qualified for the military requirement. Therefore, Saiwen and his son were both survived. In this story, the bad thing turned out to be a blessing. In our daily life, it also happens that sometimes you think what happened was a good thing, but the next second it became a bad thing. If there's something happened and make you feel frustrated, sad, or anger, some things may make you feel like it's the end of the world. But maybe it's a new beginning. There is a time for everything, and a season for every acting under heaven. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to uproot. A time to weep, and a time to laugh. A time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to search, and a time to give up. A time to keep, and a time to throw away. A time to tear, and a time to mend. A time to be silent, and a time to speak. A time to love, and a time to hate. A time for war, and a time for peace. We don't know when a time will happen. What is our life? We're a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. Fill yourself with all joy and peace, and wait for a time with hope and joy. video is interesting, please give me a thumb up. If you have any question, leave it under this video. And if you want to learn more interesting Chinese story, subscribe me. See you next time.